Hey guys, I would like to dedicate this video to the old Marine Vaughn, and I've tried to make this video so many times, it's ridiculous, and I always forget to say something, and it's important. So, number one, NASA tells us that the moon is 1,079 miles across. If you drive like me, you can easily drive half of the distance of the moon in one day. That's just easy. You know what I mean? So that's the size of the moon. Like if it was Earth's gravity and all that, and you were interstating on the moon, you could do half of it in one day. So that's, you know, it's only the size of a couple states, Western states, but okay. Anyhow, stop with the laughing. And then I want to say NASA did, well, they're rumored to have dropped a 2-ton kinetic missile on the moon. And it says, is it possible that NASA bombed the moon in order to destroy an alien base? According to many people around the world, the answer is a big yes. According to a set of images and alleged reports, there are alien structures on the surface of the moon, and NASA launched a 2-ton kinetic weapon to destroy them, despite international laws. So, yeah, so they had structures. They had structures, so we launched a weapon. Okay, this is the image of the inside of the moon. Okay, and it might not look like the inside of the moon right now, but after you're gonna be like, wait, put it back on that image again, because it's the best part where you could tell there's actual infrastructure is down the right hand bottom corner. You know, it's really hard to deny that shit. You know what I mean? That is substantial damage and bombing done to a shell, a frame. And this image, I'm not so sure that thing isn't creating a line, like an illusion line. I don't know. That's hard to say. But this does look like it would have been much bigger if it hadn't been hit in the center. This looks like it's an impact crater, but like I'm thinking the shell of the moon was like about that way around. And there's different levels in different places, and I don't know, some repair work must have been done. So here's the old Marines video, and he captured that. Nobody questioned, what's that nub on the moon? Nobody thought to question that. Nobody thought to say, hey, why does it look like those are great big huge fucking craters on the moon? I mean, I used it to make a video about 2 things that were flying by, and I never thought to question it. You know, I mean, it just wasn't ready, wasn't there yet. All the programming, look at that shit. That's the Death Star. That's inside the Death Star, people. Man, come on. Come on. And it's like this was where the hole was, like down around, right by here. And half of that fell in, more than half of that collapsed and fell in. Then there's another one. And there, wait, this guy, I want this guy to come in. It looks like a hanging guy. Okay. So this is like a head, arms coming out, the body, and then it has the feet too. I stared at this, and what came to my mind was like military, when they want to drape something over and cover wherever they have a base at. They use that camouflage stuff, and it was making me think of that until I saw there was like a circle right here, and I thought, what if that's actually some of the surface, the shell of the moon that was supported and held up by the edges, but it didn't complete. Like if you cracked an egg, you can like poke at an egg and it won't leak out because there's that thin skin underneath of it, but the indentation is there. The shell is deeper than the rest of the shell, and that's kind of That's what I come up with when I see that. It's like it fell in and it's barely hanging on. So let's talk about Stanley Kubrick. Okay, why would Stanley Kubrick make up the moon landing? Well, if you're looking at this, you know, and you're saying, oh yeah, it does look like the edge. This would be the edge, the shell of the moon, and like something's gone down. Look, this is perfectly straight line. This looked like some kind of eggplant shape, and then this is another layer. We're seeing a little bit of shadow. We're seeing a little bit of shadow here. So it's like this. These are different layers. This is like the shell falling in. Do you know what I mean? Like it collapsing in here. There's that dome. Looks like a mound where they go in, they park their spaceships. This is the part where it's a hole in what seems to be the metal falling away. You know, like it got hit so hard in the center that this just moved away and come unlodged. And this part here, I think this is where we're at. This is where the guy told me that it looked like if we were parallel over in lighting, that I would have captured the mining base. Well, if we're mining it, if it was hollow and we're mining it, that means we're getting tech out of it, and the aliens that were in it were dead. And I'm not going for that. I'm not believing that. I'm believing there's aliens all over the fucking place, man. Yeah, because if they can hold a lie this frickin' long, you know, I captured the green argon around the edge. You could tell, man, there's holes there. Like this goes to that circle. This is the bones of the moon, the infrastructure. See, this is a good image of it. And then that looks like a pyramid that's deep inside. It really does. Looks like it's got straight points because the coloring on it is different. I don't know. I mean, my zoom isn't that good. But see what I mean? How that looks like it's just barely hanging on, and like it would have been the shell, but this broke. So it's collapsing in, but barely hanging on. It's broken. Yeah, I think we bombed the hell out of it, and just the moon is not what we thought it was. I can't even get it back out. How can I be done already? So, I don't know. I think they made Stanley Kubrick do this. And it's no wonder, guys. It is no wonder that we're hearing mysterious noises. Where's the moon at when these noises are going on? Is anybody keeping track of that? Because maybe what we're hearing is the vibration of the moon being blown up, and the strange noises. Not necessarily the booms are one thing, but then they would echo. You know what I mean? Like, I think so. I think it would be an echo. So that's why we hear it repeated over and over, the same boom noise or the same metallic grinding noise. That could have been, you know, something big and metallic dislodging from the moon. I don't know. It could be the construction of the fucking moon, and that's why nobody can pinpoint where the hell is it coming from. Because it's actually making the earth vibrate, and maybe that's what's going on wrong with the earth's temperatures and shit like that. I don't know what kind of tech they found in there, but like the things dying and sinkholes and everything like that. You know, earthquakes, tsunamis? Are they doing it, or is it being caused by we're disrupting this flow that has happened with the moon being a certain mass the whole entire time, and maybe it did things inside that we didn't know? Maybe it's a giant God box. Maybe it's a Borg spear. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, so many possibilities of what it could have been doing in the first place. But as for now, yeah, NASA probably did go to the moon, and they couldn't show us. So Stanley Kubrick got hired, and he had unlimited rights to do whatever he wanted as far as movies go. And the glass screen that he used with the little tiny glass balls, that's what one man is betting his reputation on, as glass structures on the moon. I don't think there's glass on the moon, baby. That's metal. That's looking like metal. I don't think they're using glass. You gotta be fucking kidding. The images that he's looking at are Stanley Kubrick's version of the original moon landing, because they couldn't publicize the real shit. You know? And so it's all fake after that. Even when they sent the Challenger up, when it exploded, what color was the smoke? It's white. I'm sorry, but if that was fully fueled with rocket fuel, any explosion that's fueled with gasoline or some kind of fuel, it's gonna burn black. There's no black smoke. The whole thing was white. It went off in like two pieces, made it look like a Y or something in the sky. It's like it went off in two directions, and both of them was white. There was no black smoke. So they're faking it for us, you know, because we couldn't go to the moon, and they named it Challenger because, like, oh yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a joke on us, right? It was, yeah. Challenge our beliefs and send it out with the school teacher. Maybe that's why they're all alive, because they needed them for days like now and for future to come. They needed them all to get together to tell the truth of, yes, we are still alive, and we kept our names, and basically, you know, we were able to do this kind of hidden and nobody paid attention, and all of a sudden, you know, you were awake enough to know the truth, and now here's the truth. Here's what really went down. Maybe we're going to hear that. But don't be surprised if you see a UFO, because the moon is the mothership. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I can't view the dark as just different color soil. That's the Death Star, and you can see its infrastructure. You can see the damage to the shell, and you can see the shell just holding together. You can see what was pieces of structures or something was up there that made sense. A lot of circles, lots and lots of circles everywhere. There's my sharks. So I don't know. I just don't know what we're expected to believe anymore. They want us to believe lies. We know NASA's been lying for a long time, man. And I don't know how they're going to argue this video once it's out and it really goes viral. Not this video, but the footage video. Not me yapping. You know, I've been interrupted. Hold up. I've been interrupted so many times trying to make these videos. There's the base right there with the light brown. Like, that's got to be something. You can see there's a bridge. It looks like a bridge stretching across, like right there. Unbelievable. Like this is the edge of the shell, and it's just cracked open all along here. There it is. Okay, that's all.